What can you accomplish on the Teams calls?
Correct. So with just your basic Office 365, Microsoft 365 licensing, without the voice, you can still utilize this for internal calls, but it would only be using the app. Like whoever you're calling would have to have the Teams app. So that's really the basic. What you can do without an advanced license is internal calls, but hey, you still get voicemail. If someone calls you internally, you'll still it'll show up a history of who's called you. You can have contacts that you're in a speed dial, so who you're most frequently talking to where you can quickly call them. So you can utilize it even without the license. So if you have the Teams voice license, which is part of the Microsoft 365 E5 license, there are a bunch of other plans that are add-ons to where you could use Teams as your full voicemail system or voice system. Sorry. I would say for most companies that do basic calls, it's probably pretty good. Works really well. There's some advanced call routing features that they don't have yet. But again, as I mentioned earlier, Microsoft's pushing so much in development into Teams. They don't have it yet. They probably will in a month. And that's no exaggeration. There's been a lot of features that I wish that they had that they've added. And so they're really investing in it. So they're going to add a lot of those things to make voice a more well-rounded product to compete with other voice systems. But today it still does the basics with an IVR, call groups, call queues, some basic call routing. So you can, and once you have that license, one of the benefits is that obviously you get a dial pad. Without the license, you don't get this dial pad. So you can call externally. And then if I'm going to call somebody at center, for instance, let's say I want to call Lee here. If I go click call, if I have the Teams voice license, it'll give me the option, as long as their cell phone number's in there, to either choose to make it a Teams call or call their cell phone number. So it gives me additional options when I do audio calls. But without any license, you can use calls internal or even external to someone with the Teams app.